Good morning, children. How are you all? All fine? Yes. How you all doing? Are you all reading regularly? I told you to have a reading practice. Yes? Regularly you all have to read in the morning and in the evening. Okay. Today what lesson, what subject we going to see? We are going to see our science subject. Right. So in this which lesson we are discussing now? We are in our sixth lesson. What is the name of the sixth lesson? Movements of animals. It is about movements of animals. So movements of animals we have completed already one or two parts, I think. Right? Yes. Movements of animals means how the animals move. How we move through our legs. But how different animals will be having different movements. Right? About camel, about tiger and lion, many monkeys and snakes, insects we have discussed in our previous classes, right? And now in today's class we are going to discuss about movement of birds. How birds move. Yes, how the birds will move. The birds will fly. Is all will be flying in same like? No, because if you take crow, it cannot able to fly very high. It will not, only the eagle and vultures can fly very high feet. Other birds like parrot cannot fly a very long distance. It will fly in short like this many. So like according to their feathers and to their futures, it will fly. We'll discuss it now. So movement of birds. So most birds fly using their wings to move from one place to another. So use their wings to move from one place to another. So birds have hollow bones and boat-shaped bodies which help them in flying. So birds have hollow bones, means weightless bones. So birds have hollow bones and boat-shaped bodies which help them in flying. So the hollow bones and boat-shaped body helps them for flying. If we have like the hollow bones and with wings like boat-shaped body, we can also fly. Yes? Are you thinking like that? Yeah, we'll see. We'll check out. So birds have hollow bones and boat-shaped borders which help them in flying. Then feathers of birds. So how the birds' feathers was? So birds' feathers have been three kinds. We have three kinds of feathers. One is down feathers, body feathers and flight feathers. Down feathers, body feathers, flight feathers. Down feathers, it is very close to their body and helps to keep their body warm. Down feathers very close to their body and help to keep their body warm. And body feather gives them their shape. Body feather gives them their shape. And flight feathers are those on the wings or those on the wings and tails which help them to fly and also to change the direction of flight. So the down feathers which close to their body and helps to keep their body warm. Body feathers gives them their shape. Body feathers gives them their shape. Flight feathers are those on the wings and tails. It will be on the wings and on the tails which help them to fly and also to change the direction of the flight. I mean the direction this side or which so this will help for the changing the direction of the flight. And some birds like ostrich and kiwi cannot fly because they don't have wings, but they cannot fly. They use their feet to move from one place to another. They are called flightless birds. So some birds like ostrich and kiwis cannot fly. They use their feet to move from one place their body warm. Body feathers gives them their shape, and flight feathers are those on their wings and on their tails, which help them to fly and also to change the direction of flight. And some birds will not cannot fly like ostrich and penguins. They use their feet to move from one place to another. They are called flightless birds. They are called flightless birds. This is about birds, that is feathers of birds. Next, in movement of birds, we are going to see about the feet of the bird. How their feet, that is legs. So the long-legged birds, such as cranes, wade in shallow water. So wade in shallow water. So the long-legged birds, such as cranes, wade in shallow water. All wading birds have long, thin legs and long toes. Their long legs help them to walk on the soft surface near the water edges. So the long-legged birds, such as cranes, wade in shallow water. All wading birds have long, thin legs and long toes. Their long legs help them to walk on the soft surface near the water edges. Have you all seen, right? Cranes will be having long legs, and it is the rear legs and their intake used to move in the soft and near the surface of edges of the water. The surface will be very soft and the legs can go in. We couldn't able to walk properly, right? So, but their legs, their long-legged birds and their thin legs and soft toes was used to toes were used to walk around it. So it is about the one type. And preaching birds. The preaching birds have hook-like toes, which help them to hold on to the tree branches. Like which the birds will hang on the will be in the trees, right? So preaching birds have hook like hook. How like hook? Their toes, which help them to hold onto the trees branches, on the tree branches. Then birds that mostly live in water have skin between their feet, like ducks, right? Having skin between their feet. Such type of feet is called webbed feet. Such type of feet is called webbed feet. Ducks have webbed feet. Webbed feet work like pads that help them to swim in water. Pads like that help them to swim in water. Even swimming drills, while who used to dive in the sea. How have you seen in the movies? Their legs, they will be having one just type, right? Their legs will be like duck's toes, right? So preaching birds have hook-like toes, which help them to hold on to the trees branches. And birds that mostly live in water have skin between their feet. Such type of feet is called webbed feet. Ducks have webbed feet. Webbed feet work like pads that help them to swim in water. So the feet of the birds, one type of the long-legged birds, such as cranes, wade in shallow water. All wading birds have long, thin legs and long toes. Their long legs help them to walk on the soft surface near the water edges. And preaching birds. Preaching birds have hook-like toes, which help them to hold on the tree branches. Then birds that mostly live in the water have skin between their toes, their feet. Such type of feet is called webbed feet. Duck is having webbed feet. Webbed feet work like paddocks that help them to swim in the water. This is about the feet of the bird. Next we will see about the migration.
Next we are going to see about migration. So what is migration? Okay. Have you ever seen that many animals, we can see some animals at some time, and if you take the birds, at a particular time only the birds will come in one place. Have you ever went to the Vedandangal? If you have seen the birds will not, we cannot see often many birds there. Only at a particular season, from all countries and from continent to continent, the birds will move and come here. So that is the type of, so it moves from one place to another, often moving. So this is because many animals move from one place to another at different times during this year. So this movement is called migration. This movement is called migrations. What is migration? So migration is the regular movement of animals from one location to another. So animals migrate for different reasons. Some migrate to stay in warm places, while some migrate in search of food, water or protection. So according to their uses, for their purpose they used to migrate. So for sustained movement, physical endurance, and many are there, and designated food sources on the migration route. The migration ensures animals will have adequate food supplies and will be able to reproduce. According to this situation, the migration takes place. The migration is the regular movement of animals from one location to another. What is this? This is monarch butterflies. This monarch butterflies will is an example of migration. Will move from one place to another with full set of all the monarch butterflies will together. Movement of migration means not only one animal, it will move, a group of animals will move from one place to another. So that is migration. This monarch butterflies is also an example of migration. And zebras, can you able to see a group of zebras was moving? So zebras also migrating from one place to another place. So the monarch butterfly, zebras, salmon fish and many are examples of animals that migrate. So these are the examples of migrate of animals from one place to another in search of food, in search of their water and for their migration. So to make the place warm and for their place staying place, it will, in search of these places, it will migrate. This is Arctic tern. So Arctic terns migrate from North Pole to South Pole, covering nearly 40,000 kilometers. So this journey of migration is often a long voyage of thousands of miles. So this Arctic tern is known as the champion of migration. It migrates from North Pole to South Pole. Can you able to think of the distance? It is about nearly 40,000 kilometers. So the Arctic can travel as much as 24,000 miles each year. It can live to be at least 34 years old, in which case it may have flown more than 80 lakhs miles in its lifetime. So this journey of migration is often a long voyage of thousands of miles, but the most amazing part is that many animals are able to find their way back to the same place from where they started, and they will be moved on to many places for a long distance. And in this, some animals can find their way back to go to their same place where they started their destination. So it's very miracle and a very one most beautiful thing, right? Yes. how it was, it will, there will be no it doesn't know anywhere the name of the place, it doesn't know, but where it is it's fully of mountains, trees, whatever, but where they were started it will come back to their place. So this is about the migration, children. So the migration means it is up from movement of animals from one place to another for to in search of their food, water or protection. Okay, this is about migration. It's about adaptations of movement. So far we have discussed about movement of animals. This is an overview of this, that is adaptations for movement, that is movement part of the body. Example, so running. So running movement, which part helps for this running? Strong legs. So which will be having, which animal will be having? Cheetah. Cheetah will run fast with their strong legs, right? Next, swimming. Which will swim? The bird, the animals which lives in the water, that is example fish. So and birds, duck. So fins and webbed feet, that is fish and duck, right? So fins and webbed feet used for swimming in water, that is fish and duck. And hopping means jumping. Strong hind limbs, which will be having? Kangaroo. Kangaroo will have strong hind limbs for hopping. Its movement is hopping. Next, slithering, that is slithering the body muscles, scales, that is snake. Slithering, snakes will slither the body muscles and scales used for this. Then walking. Human beings, dogs will walk, right? Legs, with the help of their legs. Then flying. Birds will fly with the help of the wings. Birds will fly with the help of the wings. Yes. So this is about the adaptation for movement. So yes, children, now we have discussed in this lesson movement of animals, and in today's class we have discussed about movement of birds, how birds move, and feathers, about their feathers and about their feet of the birds, and we have discussed, and then we discussed about migration, and finally we had an overview like adaptations for movement. This is about this lesson, and we have completed our sixth lesson, that is movement of animals. And in this, for today's class, today's activity is about, you have to complete your worksheet 1, 2 and 3. You have to complete your worksheet 1, 2 and 3, and you have to submit it in WhatsApp group, and also you have to complete your class of note and you have to submit it. Thank you, children.